Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's keep exploring the well-wishing expressions in Chinese. And today we're going to talk about 安居乐业. It's not exactly an expression that you're going to say to another person that I wish you 安居乐业. It actually is just a description of a life status that you have secure living and you enjoy your work. So basically, you're enjoying your life and work. And I translate it as life-work balance. That gives you a sense of what's considered a good life, that you're being productive and you like what you're doing, and you're also enjoy living your life as well. Okay, 安居乐业. Let's look at the 居 part, the living part. Okay, we have been talking about this concept for a few episodes now, because a lot of well-wishing expressions in Chinese consider the super important, because safety, that's made of a woman or unmarried woman, somebody's daughter, living securely, safely in the sheltered space. So this big arch with a chimney means it's a private property, it's a shelter. That's your domestic place. That's not facing the public, but it's your own space. And this space with that chimney, the chimney signifies it's man-made. It's customized by you, for you, and you're living in here. It's a private property marker. And then underneath that roof, you have a married woman, your daughter raised in there. So the whole visual signifies that it is a safe environment, and people, your loved ones living there, feel safe and secure. Okay, so that's an. And 居, we have, this actually means a dead body. The reason why it's a dead body is you have to view it, kind of flip it 90 degrees, because to save space, even if a dead body will lay flat on the ground, right? So ideally, not ideally, but to reflect reality, it would have the dead body. This is the body, this is the head part. It should be this way, like horizontally laying on the ground, right? That's the dead body, what it should like. But in Chinese, to save horizontal space, we oftentimes stack things up, kind of verticalize it. So as if the dead body is standing there. But this is the body, the torso part, using the minimal, like a minimalistic expression of the whole lifeless body, the torso, the legs, the limbs, all in this one stroke vertical line. And then the head is the portion, I guess, on the dead thing that's most protruding, because the rest of them get limpy, right? It's not limpy, like lifeless, not moving. So it gets almost like a diminished, soft, right? And then the skull part is the part that's, uncrushable. I guess it is still protruding throughout the body. So this body, dead body, paired with ancient symbol. So ancient symbol is made of the mouth symbol, which looks like this box with up tilted corner, like kind of like a smiley face, mouth symbol, and number 10. So number 10 came from this roping technology to keep record. Once you reach number 10, you're going to tie a knot in there. And this vertical line is this rope, and the horizontal line is a marker to kind of point out there is a knot in there. Because if we just draw the knot visually as a knot itself, it will be hardly distinguishable from the rope, and eventually the meaning get lost. So we have to use kind of a arrow pointing thing to kind of point there, to use the vertical line, horizontal line intersect with the rope to show there we have the 10 over there. Eventually this cross become number 10 in Chinese. So 10 mouths means 10 generations. 10 generations in Chinese concept is considered ancient already. So 10 generations is almost like 200 years. So 200 years would be time honored enough to be considered ancient. And this dead body means it's unmoving, it's staying in there and following the ancient way. I don't exactly know why this logic of you have to live as if you're living following the same way people 10 generations ago have lived. I'm guessing before the Industrial Revolution, which is, the language created way before then, there from generation to generation, the changes were not that visible. I mean, so probably the older generations before you already optimize or figure out how to live, right? Feng shui, the wind and water, reading and all that were time-honored thinking or observation of how you should arrange your space so that you optimize your space, direct the energy flow in your space so that you accomplish the biggest, at least you benefit not being harmed from this living environment. So this following the ancient way, this time-honored wisdom, because there were no huge change from generation to generation, then becomes the, how you live, you follow your ancestors. And this dead body there simply means it's not moving. It's you're staying the same, staying at the same place, following the ancient way of living. And that eventually becomes living. So secure living. And then 乐业 is you enjoy what you do. I mean, isn't that, Anjuli, you have a happy life and you enjoy what you do? Isn't that a kind of utopian ideal? But okay, it looks like this. 乐 is a Chinese way to say music, actually. So Chinese have the shared character of what is a drum set, okay, what drumming or music making represented is almost like equal, like what you enjoy. So I guess ancient people, just like contemporary people, would regard music making kind of point to merrymaking, point to enjoy, have fun time. And that's the definition of enjoy. And 乐, of course, like many Chinese, it can describing an action or like music making or describing the thing itself, which is the music that you made, or describing the way when you're doing it. It's like enjoyable, like enjoying the moment. So it can be used in multiple ways, but the essence comes from this drumming set, which is looks like, just visualize like that. And the bottom simply is a wood frame. So the drum set apparently is structured on a wood frame. And this music instrument then represent music making, then represent the joy coming out of it. And when it pairs with work, I translate it as enjoyable. So it's like you really have fun doing what you work for. So this work, this 业 is about a specialization. So I guess it's division of labor. So division of labor, this concept also came from music making equipment. It's a very specific equipment. It's the ancient times music instrument that's made of metal. I'm guessing it's in the shape of bell, right? If you go to museums of East Asian culture, sometimes you may see this bronze cast bell shape, kind of flattened like there. Some are more spacious, more voluminous, some are flattened. So these bells were supposed to, I mean, I haven't seen one, but I saw pictures of those in different pitches, right? So different sizes of the bell. And they hung up horizontally, line up together. So it's kind of, okay, piano, keyboard, you just use your finger to make a sound, right? And ancient times, before the invention of piano, people to make different pitches, also coming from the metal hitting, right? Hitting on the metal, basic elements are there, but the form of it would be this elaborate instrument that involves with this wooden, so this is wood structure as well. You see the similarities of these characters. So the wood, big long beam of the wood, and then have the structure, the prompts, right, to give you the space of the wood hanging horizontally, and then this metal pieces of different pitches of bell shape, most likely bell shape, or maybe disc shape. Music instruments would hanging there. The whole thing is a music instrument. But then here, this horizontal line with 4 vertical line, I mean, looking like that, is the notches on those beams, so that the bells hung over there don't shuffle in their space, so that this bell and the next bell don't touch each other, because they will interfere with their sound making, right? So this beam is made of this tree symbol, which is upward turning, canopy, downward turning, root connected with vertical line, the trunk, and then you have 2 layers of canopies, means the tree is fully grown. And then you have horizontal line intersecting with the trunk, meaning the log, the biggest, the strongest, the thickest part of the tree. And people use that as this beam thing that's hung. Imagine that's a lot of metals hanging from one single wood, right? So it gotta be a strong holding log over there. So this signifies the trunk or the log. And then this gives you the notches, the close-up view of the notches put in there. And this special, very specialized use of the beam in music making then turn into the sense of specialty, division of labor, because that's a special tool used for a special purpose, only for that. Otherwise, there's no other applications for this notches of the beam. It's only for hanging the music instruments. Then, I mean, the whole thing is one big instrument, but hanging this metal pieces to make different pitches. That particular shaped carved notches on the beam then become the symbolization of the specialization, division of labor. And then that can be transferred to our today's concept of profession, or just generally your work. So now you have a secure living and you have your enjoyable work. 安居乐业 give you, I translate it as a life work balance, because you are having both good life component. And especially, I think, because in this one phrase just made of 4 character Chinese expressions, we talk about the living and working in the same expression. So it would be appropriate to translate as like work balance. You have both going well for you. And here I'm just showing the living quarters of somebody's living room to signify, okay, 居, this is 居. And there's no work scene in here, but I guess whoever is a house owner over here probably is somebody who is enjoying life and enjoying work, as well as the music instrument hung on the wall kind of shows. And that's a good visual to represent somebody who makes something out of their life, have something, instruments to enjoy. And that kind of tied back to the 乐业 came from, even if it's a work, both of them, the enjoyable work came from music making practice in Chinese. And I think this music, you know, have music in life, have music instruments hung on your wall, is a good visual representation of what's considered a good life work balance. Not only have work, but you have this moment for your life, for music making, and hopefully in work you feel like music making as well and have fun there. So that's Chinese 安居乐业. Cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.